So, guys, Q Lightning here, and we are going to be going over my old drawings all the way up to my new drawings. Um, I don't think I can, I think I could here. I think this is my first drawing notebook. Um, so, yeah, let's start with this one. Had made an amazing world gumball. This is my first notebook to draw in, and I didn't really, you know, didn't exactly know what to do. Just drew something that was like, oh, let me go with it. So then I made Iron Man and FNAF, which in my standards was bad, you know. But this was me. I thought it looked good, you know. This was me when I was younger. So, I used to make, fandoms of me in the cartoons world. It looks okay. I always hated Tobias in Amazing World of Gumball because I hated how arrogant he was. Tobias leaves. I did not know how to spell "buy." Look at that, B-I-Y. Terrible. I did not know how to spell "buy." So, but then Tobias, like, he dropped a potion, and I guess I fell in it, and I got turned into a character that looks exactly like Gumball. Only slight differences. Darwin pops up behind me. Who are you? That's just, I'm Quentin. My favorite character is Miles Morales. Favorite Spider-Man character is Miles Morales. So I made a lot of Miles Morales stuff. I really like Spider-Man. My favorite Sonic character is Silver. And this was like a bunch of swords that I made him like control and stuff. This one, I really went crazy with this one. You know how like you draw shapes and yeah. These 1, 2, 3, 4 was like TMNT stuff. I don't know. My favorite cartoon is TMNT. Another not done well drawing. Another one, Lego. Now this is what I consider good when I was younger. I really liked this one. Another unfinished Venom. I used to have problems drawing stuff. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't finish it. Okay, so this one. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. I'll try to be slower. This one, I'm kidding. This one is based off a Lego robot I made, and I used Kai. He was sitting at the top, and I made this Lego robot, and I was drawing it after. It was pretty bad. I never finished it. I don't even know what this is. What is that? What is this? But you know me, when I was younger, I thought it looked good, so this. Okay. I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and so oh shoot, sorry guys. I liked how I made my own stand called King Hostess. Now, in the beginning, he could manipulate the weather, kind of like, what's that guy's name in part 5, right? Or, no, he was with Jolene, right? Part 6 or 7, right? I'm still waiting for Steel Ball Run, because that's my favorite, and Johnny Joestar is my favorite, but yeah, yeah, and then I made this one. I kind of like this one. Don't really know where I was going with this. I like to turn some, like, characters into humans, so I guess this was me trying to turn Leo, my favorite character from TMNT, into a human. Which, as you can see, did not go good. She was kind of remind me of Sonic. This was me when I was younger. I didn't, Neo Quentin. And this was some of the stuff I had. I was into Pokemon. As you can see, I was into drawing right there. I'm still into action figures and stuff. That was my Pokemon. Some like a Pikachu mixed with Lucario or something. I don't know. Yeah. That one, not bad, I guess. I don't know. This was a character I made called Dark Shadow. He's kind of like my own version of Iron Man. Short rundown, he's Iron Man's grandson. And he kind of took after Iron Man after Iron Man. Like, I forgot, either he, in my story, died or he retired. And so he kind of took over. This was first drawing of, or like second drawing of Miles. You know, I thought that looked pretty good. Here he is, Dark Shadow X. He had like a sword, and I always like how he had those type of things. I looked at a picture of Iron Man, tried to copy it and colored it. You know, start story. You know, like part 1, Dark Shadow was in his suit when he saw something. Not very descriptive, right? But, yeah, let's see here. Some robot villain comes out of nowhere, punches Dark Shadow, which is, his real name is Jack or Jake. And he punches him. And so, oh gosh, what is that? He, sorry, he, speak. He, he tries to shoot him with a blaster. And I guess Jake or Jack is getting his suit ready. And all of a sudden he gets hit with the beam, and pieces of his suit start coming off. Yeah, ignore that. It was supposed to be Kai, but, you know, I didn't know where I was going with that. So then there's him, piece of his suit ripped off. And so he puts another suit on. And then there's his friend. His friend came, and he has a suit called Ultra Dark Shadow X and stuff. I don't know what this was supposed to be. And then this was supposed to be like Ultra Scarlet X. I don't know. Oh, so here's what I did. I did Leo. Leo with all his friends' weapons, if he had like a suit and stuff. It was supposed to be a bad versus good one, you know. Ooh, I kind of like this one. I think I remember actually showing this to my brother, sister, and my mom and dad. They were in the kitchen, and I drew this and showed this to them. It was some version of the sands I drew. It's Flowey, Gaster Blaster Master. This was supposed to be like a version of me. Garfield. This was actually, okay, fun fact, this was for my mom's birthday. I didn't think it looked good, so I gave her a different drawing and just did Garfield himself. Those are literally potatoes for shoes. This was Leo. My favorite TMNT version is 2012. So this was me drawing him, but, you know. I kind of like to draw exaggerated. I kind of liked, emphasis on the liked, to draw dramatic swords and a lot of bandages. And a lot of armor on people, especially this Sonic. So Sonic gets powered up with the Master Emeralds. Eggman is behind him, and he's running. Amy tries to tell him that Eggman is behind him, and then he gets stabbed. Amy starts crying. Jeez, how do I still remember this? I guess I'm just going off what I see. Tails is not knowing what to do. Sonic is sitting there, But turns out Sonic is alive, and that was a robot copy. So Sonic comes with a sword. I really like to draw them with their sword. He came with a sword, so he gets powered up. Yes, I know, it looks like Ultra Instinct. MUI Goku, but no. It is not. Even though it very much looks like that. So. Amy is happy, no longer crying, has her scythe. Elongated scythe. I really like to draw myself. Now notice this is not at all what I look like in real life. Not at all. So do not, of course I don't look like that. Of course I don't, but do not think I look like that, because I do not. That is bad. Oh, here we go. I really like to draw myself with Pokemons. My two favorite Pokemons are Lucario and Greninja. I personally like this one. I really still do like this one. I think I did a good job with these two. This was me trying to draw Master Chief Halo. This was me at Greninja. That one looks pretty good. This is, I would say you're getting closer and closer to what I look like in real life. But not quite. I don't dress like that. My mom never lets me dress in white. Charizard, nice. Legs, bendy legs. Yeah. We go over to this stuff. Bad, horrible. Not gonna let you see it. April Ryan. So when April Ryan, in the old days, when he was reviewing, people making drawings of him, I wanted to make this drawing and asked my brother if he could send it to him, because my brother knew the link. And I never finished it, and it got worse. It was when he was doing Dark Deception. I never finished it, hated it, and I never drew over it again. Pokemon Blaze. Wait. Yeah. Pikachu and the monkey guy. I forgot his name. Yeah. Then this was a bunch of good stuff with people like trying not to kill, like Bonnie. My favorite character from FNAF is Bonnie. I think that's me in the background. Bad guy trying to kill the good Among Us guy. It's Steve. A guy hiding under a table so he doesn't get killed by that guy. Another Among Us guy. Papyrus is mad that Sans is sleeping. Frisk. A cheese cube with a golf club. I don't know. I don't know my imagination. Okay, then we have the people that were saying yes, kill, Siren Head, Peggy, and stuff. Cartoon Cat, Baldy, another Cartoon Cat, another Among Us killer guy, a demon banana killer guy, Bendy, a Cheeto crazy guy with a sign for an axe and a gun, and then a dog in a can with a knife. I don't know, guys. Of course, I did Springtrap, and that was supposed to be Darko, and also shout out to Darko. Yeah, I like Darko. Also shout out to Corey Kitchen. I saw his new video. You had the Springtrap, glitch Springtrap guy thing. Shout out to X-Men 723, and then Purple Guy, without, Then they got Bonnie, Nightmare Bonnie in my own version, and his Ghost Kid. And then I started getting into Demon Slayer, because I like Demon Slayer. I like Demon Slayer, I like My Hero Academia. Although My Hero Academia's fandom made My Hero Academia bad, if it wasn't for Mineta. Of course, you got Sonic. I still kind of like this one. Could have made it better. Could go over it again. Then, I was watching a lot of Danny Phantom. Yeah, I was into those. I was into those classic shows. Hey Arnold, Danny Phantom. Hey Arnold, Danny Phantom, SpongeBob, TMNT in 1983. This is all that. And a lot of classic shows. This is me drawing me and Pokemon again. Of course, we got Miles Morales. Then we got Deku. Then we got Robin and Beast Boy. Again, like I said, I really liked to draw the bandages on people. I thought it looked cool ever since I saw 2012 TMNT. Shout out to Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, by the way. Thank you for creating the series, guys. I drew Leo as a, TMNT, and as a, Transformer robot, and he had like a Bugatti type of car. Drew this. Sorry for the talking in the background, that's my mom and dad. Drew that. Some sort of Iron Man. Drew this now. This hair. Similar to the hair I have now. Similar. I'm not gonna give out all the descriptions. This was supposed to be Dipper. I watched Gravity Falls. Dipper, at the time I wasn't introduced to King of the Hill or Bob's Burgers yet. Oh yeah, also, Leo. Again, in robot form. Then you got a Pokemon holding a sword. And you got Leo as a Sonic guy holding a sword, Sonic, again, I guess it was supposed to be Sonic Boom. Let's see here. This was supposed to be Sub-Zero. He's my favorite character for Mortal Kombat. It's Kai. I think we're reaching the end here. Kai. This was supposed to be Iron Man. This was supposed to be Greninja. So this was supposed to be boyfriend or Keith for Friday Night Funkin'. Yeah. This was supposed to be Cartoon Cat and Bendy. And then I kind of ended it right there. I kind of forgot about this character, my own character I made from Spider-Man. That's one done. Save those two. Let's get on to, this one. I started making my own series with Miles Morales and everything because I really liked it. So let's start with the first page. Yeah, see the title cover. Venom and Miles. You got Peter Porker. Yeah. So then we have, he was saying let's go out to Gwen, and Gwen was like, and he was asking, what is that behind your back? She's like, nothing. And he was like, sus. Gosh. So Miles goes out on patrol, and so Venom grabs him while he's swinging around. He takes Miles, throws him, and so this Venom or some Venom spawn starts, throwing them hands with Spider-Man, Miles. And so a venomized Green Goblin, sure y'all heard of that, goes out of nowhere, throws a bomb at Spider-Man, and Miles tanks it or something, and he tries to swing and grab his glider. So then Green Goblin throws Spider-Man. Spider-Man gets thrown on the ground. He gets back up, but as soon as he gets up, the guy gets him. Then I liked drawing some memes into there because I said that's when he knew he messed up. And then he's trying to shut the glider off, and Green Goblin hops off the glider and tries to get him, and so he beats him up and throws him to the ground and throws him through the building. And so he throws him, and Gwen finds him devastated, puts him on a couch or chair, and so yeah. Then in his dream, he's having a dream that he wakes up in his, and Venom has Gwen, and he tries to go after and kill Venom, but he already kills her. And so he punches Miles. And so then that's when Venom gets up, and he's destroyed, part of the building, and he's looking at him. That's here for a fight. And so this is when I come through with a portal, and Gwen asks, "Who are you?" He's like, "No time to explain." So they hop through the portal, and the portal closes. So I'm saying, welcome. My name is Quinn. We are. This is Leo. Team T and his team. We are in my place. My name is Lightning. I didn't say my name is Quinn. Lightning. And so, he's holding a bow. And so Venom opens the portal, and they start getting ready to fight. And so they're getting ready to fight him and stuff. So they're fighting Venom. And so they try to push him back through the portal, and I'm saying he's not going in. And so Miles wakes up, and while he's kicking him, he uses his Venom Blast and kicks him all the way through the portal and says bye to Gwen, and Gwen's like, "No, don't go." And then, oh gosh, it's very cheesy. So this is all. Let me just give you the whole summary of this. They go, Gwen, Miles is somewhere on another planet. Oh! Yes, okay. Zenitsu's my favorite character from Demon Slayer. This is when Zenitsu comes in. And so Gwen gets Zenitsu and tells him to gear up. And so Venom comes back, and they're getting ready to fight. So they start fighting him, and, I'm like, wow, that's just wow. And Zenitsu with Deku's haircut at the end of this manga, is about to activate his form. That's when I learned about Flaming Thunder God, and I used this lightning dragon. And that's how small Zenitsu is to a whole giant Venom with this, lightning thing. And so he's electrocuting him and stuff. And so a bunch of this is basically Season 7 coming soon and stuff, and Sonic gets introduced, Venom comes back, they fight again, Sans gets introduced, Sans has a stand and Ghostbusters. Oh, so this is a guy named North. This is when his series gets incorporated, because he gets incorporated into Miles' story, and so, he's dancing for people on the street. He got that, belly jean stuff, doing the moonwalk, and so there's his villain after him, and so he activates his ninja form, jumps off, the guy, and punches him. And so he puts on his mask, and he grabs him and slams him on the ground. So he jumps, and, he's not dead. He's awake, and he starts summoning an army. So, North is about to go home. And so a portal just pushes him back, and he gets pushed into it. So his friend comes back, and his friend is like, what the heck? What was that? What was that sound? And so he ignores it and kind of goes back inside. And so, he, and stuff, he gets through the portal, thinks he can do this, then he falls down, and he lands in this portal. So the enders, because his series was called Chambers Lock. The end of Chambers Lock, North's story done. Coming soon into the unknown universe, Lost People. To tell you guys that never happened. Actually, it did. Wow. Wow. I'm surprised. I thought it didn't. So then you got, well, that's the trying to giving you a hint and stuff. And so Venom is back, causing trouble and stuff. And so, Miles activates his costume. And you could almost say he kind of summons a spirit bomb and stuff. And use that spirit bomb. And so, Sonic comes in, dashes, holds the thing. Smoke comes in, clears it. He clears. He activates his super form. I think that's like a JoJo pose. Is that? I don't know. And so I don't think that ever got continued, kind of. No, it didn't. Actually, if I go all the way back, I don't think, yeah, that's the end of that, because I never continued it. That's another one done. Okay. Let's go. This is kind of just random drawings here and there. Iron Man, King Strike, another one of my own Pokemons. A failed Deku. That was Miles and North in their forms. North kind of battle damaged, and Miles swinging into action. And so this is where I still love this picture, by the way. This is where my artistic form is finally showing, I feel like. So I loved this picture, and I still do. So this is when I made my own FNAF story. Shout out to Scott Coffin. It's kind of hard to read. A animatronic cartoon world is what I called it. And so you have this guy, I forgot his name, named something. Let's call him, make up a fake name. Or just say a name, Let's go with Camden. Yeah, his name is Camden, and he's sitting at home, and he's bored scrolling through videos on his computer. And so he checks his phone, and it's his friend called, his friend Tim. Do you want to go to that haunted place? He's talking about FNAF place. And he somehow, there's been a lot of stories going around. So he's like, isn't there killers and evil robots? He said, you mean killer? Come on. He said, no. Fine. He said, come on, He said 8:30. He said, all right. So, he's kind of getting ready, and so they pick him up in the car. This is where stuff starts to get confusing. Because, I, included more people in and stuff. Okay, so just listen. It was 8:30. 2 minutes had passed. Where's the 2 minutes? Except Jessica and Jocelyn. He got inside the car. While in the car, he said, Nothing continues. So he's just sitting in the car. Tim is driving. You kind of have this idiot jerk of a friend, kind of. So he's like, does everybody have their flashlights? Because, it's going to be scary. And he's like, yeah, Mom. So that's Tim. And that's, like, Tim's, I think, younger brother. I don't know why he'd bring her. So he's like, yeah, Mom. Yeah, we have our flashlights. Shut up. And so James' little brother gets taken. I'm pretty sure, yeah. James' little brother gets taken. And so he's like, James, yelling. And that's Tim's arm. They took James. What was that? I don't know. Freaking freaking robot killer. Stupid. This is where it started to turn into like pictures and like drawings, more words, So then out of nowhere, Tim gets stabbed by Foxy and taken away. As I saw my friend get stabbed by a hook. Somebody dragged him. But then I saw a red fox. What? I can't even read that. Red fox Tron. A short word for a red fox Tron. It looked at me with, let's see here, with its red eyes, slowly, and it took one step forward. It was guarding the safe office. Ah, yes, I like this picture. And then, we all know what really happened the bite of 83 and 87, but no one cares about me. Yeah, because people started hearing stories of the car and how 3 kids went there, and then everybody forgot about him, and he kind of wasn't able to escape. 2 things they said to me. I think her name was the puppet. She was very irrenew. I don't know. When I came back for the night, another message, it said, those older ones shouldn't be able to walk around, but if they do, the whole Freddy head trick should work on them too. So whatever the idea at first was to repair them, they even started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology, but they were just so ugly. Ugly, At first, I did not know. Season 2 was supposed to come out, didn't really come out. And so Puppet's kind of guiding Jake. There's his name. I'm done hiding Jake. And then, Gregory starts to hear about it, so he's like, I'm done running Gregory. And so this is kind of like my own mascot of, and stuff. And so another shout out to Taco, because that was Taco's face supposed to be. And then, he was like a crazy bunny rabbit humanoid robot thing. What's wrong? Can't smile. Then I drew a human version of him, and then I drew Leo, 2012, and then Leo in a suit, and then Sam's, and then Michael Jackson, because I like Michael Jackson. Then fell drawing, another drawing, Sam's again, Deku, a guy named Glitch, I think, Dark Shadow, don't know what it was, Don't know what that was. Failed Iron Man suit. What? Let's see here. Silver. Ah, yes. The Grinch. Shout out to Terrelson Nicholson. Horror Shorts. The Grinch style. I drew the Grinch in Terrence Nicholson style. So yeah. That's the Twisted Closet. Yeah, this was kind of like a fan-made version of my own series that I made with Jake in it, and you know, kind of. Actually, yeah, okay, I'll show that. I kind of have a crush on a girl. Her name starts with a T, and so I drew this when I was younger because I liked this girl in elementary. Her name was Ellie, and yeah, I drew her and me, and it's it's cringe. And then, you know, I kind of like to think that this was a foreshadow to the future, because now I like this girl in 7th grade, and her name starts with a T. I'm not gonna say her full name. Her name starts with a T, and she kind of looks exactly like that face right there, kind of. But moving on to the next one. Yeah. Glitch. My name is Glitch. Kind of good, I guess. Failed attempt at a car. Another failed attempt at a car. Dead egg. Should I even... Oh, gosh. Oh gosh. I was obsessed with Giga Chats. Iron Man, some stuff. Iron Deku, and if he was a Power Ranger. So, this was, oh, should I even, so this was me, when I was in 6th grade and I was starting to draw. I'm gonna do this, alright? I'm gonna show it. Woo! So this was me in 6th grade. I really liked her, and I still do. And then you have, you know, I drew her and me. Oh, and, you know, I don't know where I was going with this. Power Ranger. There we go, Power Ranger. And, yeah, he's hurt, and he's holding his rune. Oh! Yes, my finally first good drawing of 2012 Leo. Kind of. I think. Let's see here. I tried to draw Death from Puss in Boots Last Wish, but it went wrong. I tried to draw low-key Tom Hiddleston, and it was bad. Oh, that's another attempt. Okay! Sheesh. Okay! Okay! Dang. Sorry, guys, it's my mom. Okay! Showing my drawings! Gosh, people, it doesn't need to. Low-key, yeah, and then Squidward, and then Chocolate, and then a failed attempt at the grandma. Brandy. Failed attempt at drawing Michael Jackson. Bad. Okay, now we're done. Ooh, now we're done. Let's move on to... This kind of isn't naughty drawings. My most recent one. Oh, this was my art book. Leo. I didn't really think that one was good. And then like a retro version of Sonic. Let me move ahead to the drawings because this was the Grinch. My version of the Grinch. The old Grinch anyway. Let's see here. Go into good drawings. Oh, Bonnie. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting my stuff ready. That. Sorry guys, my parents really embarrassed me. Michael Jackson. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is part 1. I'll be back.